Welcome to Sahitinandanam channel. This is a channel which is a garden of flowers and very precious trees in the field of literature. Sahitinandanam, its name indicates, is a garden of literature. As we have many varieties of compositions in literature, in various languages, not only Sanskrit or Telugu or anything, but in languages all over the world. So, all the language compositions are really different varieties of flowers. As we see gardens throughout the world with varieties of flowers, so is the literary garden with varieties of compositions, short, long poems, that is verse and prose and dramas, and then short poems, so lyrical poems and devotional poems and also romantic poems, etc., etc. That is the reason this particular channel is given the name Sahitinandanam. This is also particularly if we talk about Indian literature, India also is an award of many languages. So, of all the languages, we cannot go into every language. But the thing is, mostly anybody, particularly with the local language, that is mother tongue, and then of course national language Hindi. Then, of course, international communicative purpose language, English. So, most of the educated people, they are well acquainted with the three language formula, three languages. And of course, many people, they know languages of neighboring states also. For example, if people belonging to Telangana or border areas, there are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and also Maharashtra. So, uh, depending upon their stay in the towns which are close by to the neighboring states, they know the people of those places, they know the nearing state languages. For example, some know Tamil, some know Hindi. Of course, Hindi, many of them know. And some know Marathi, some know Kannada. So, this way, almost many scholarly people, they know more than three languages, minimum of 4 or 5 languages. So that is the reason a writer, a good scholar who wants to give some message to the society, he chooses some media of his own language, that is mother tongue, and also to send communication to others also. Then he may select either Hindi and particularly English, because English is now, it reaches wider range of people. That is the reason most of the works, if they are written in English, they get a recognition, popularity, name file. As we know, Gitanjali, that is Rabindranath Tagore, got Nobel Prize for the English version of his Gitanjali, not for the original Bengali version. Similarly, the same is translated into Sanskrit, Telugu by other scholars, not by Tagore himself. Even then, they have not reached the wider range of the world. That is the reason only few people know how many translations are there, that Gitanjali translations in Telugu or Hindi. Very few, because we cannot, we don't have the touch with so many languages. Even if someone is working in library also may not be able to go through all the books. So that is the reason now this Sahitinandanam channel has selected an efficient garland maker, or rather than florist, or whatever you say, who is well acquainted with horticulture, floriculture of literature. Sorry, don't mistake it to be a scientist, not at all, but a very great scholar who is expert in composing in three languages, particularly, not three, four languages: Telugu, Hindi, English, and Sanskrit. Okay, so four languages, and who is really efficient to compose poetry, prose, drama, short poems, and sayings, proverbial works. So, like this, that means, as a gardener should be proficient and an expert in really choosing the correct that plant. That too, nowadays people talk Sendriya Vyavasaya, etc., organic, some non-organic, etc. But actually, a real gardener, he knows what is really the originality of a flower or a fruit. There are varieties. Each variety has got a particular name in different languages. In Sanskrit also, only mango tree has got so many. Like they say Chuta, they say Amra, they say Sahakara, they say. All these are different varieties. If you see even Hindi or in Telugu, they have got different names. Owing to the Pranta region, they are available. So that is there, like Banginapalli, etc., etc. So that way, the poems, there's and also dramas, etc., they belong to various type of compositions, which are given different titles in the what we say rhetoric works. They are called Alankarika works in Sanskrit and also Telugu. But they are called, it is, rhetorics is a subject which talks about figures of speech and the embellishments, poetic embellishments, etc. So this Alankaras, that means which deal with the beauty. Alankara means actually alam bhushayati. That means that which gives beauty, that which adds beauty. And that means which decorates. So that is an ornament. That which gives beauty, which adds beauty is an ornament. So these ornament, as you know, an expert of this florist, as we were talking, uh, he makes wonderful flower bouquet in which actually the grass, etc., also he puts, but in a beautiful way. Similarly, there are different words: harsh, delicate, sarcastic, and pun, etc. So many varieties. But actually, only an expert poet knows how to use them, where to use them. Similarly, actually, it is not only, applicable to only compositions, only writings, it is also applicable to the orators also, because orators also, nowadays many people only talk, they don't write, but the thing is, an orator is himself is a good orator. That means a speech written by someone and spoken by someone, it is not the correct way. When we are talking about particularly Sanskrit literature, we have to see everything organic only, the originality only. Without originality, of course, we don't really appreciate it. So that way, a, an expert poet, a scholarly poet, he chooses the words, he chooses the matter, how to present the matter, particular matter to the society, and who are the target audience. That means whether it is meant for kids, meant for ladies, meant for men, meant for illiterates, meant for literates. So like this, these are very, very many. This media word is new for us, but this media, the communication is not at all new to the Indians. So that way, when we talk this, here in composite Andhra Pradesh, now every time we need not talk about Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, etc. We have to take, in a general sense, Telugu land we can say, because here and there are hardly few kilometers only, border we say. So here in Telugu state, two states together, Telugu state, there have been many great scholars in Telugu, in Sanskrit. I am talking about not English. I am not going to English. Now I am confining myself to Telugu and Sanskrit, particularly to Sanskrit, because Telugu, Telugu people, some writing or reading something they know. Telugu being a local language, 60% of the people, whether they are literates or not, and highly scholarly persons or not, they have some acquaintance with the Telugu works like Ramayana, Mahabharata translations, and translations of Subhashita. Again, I am talking translations because many itihasas and Mahakavyas, very important works, and also encyclopedias, Kosha Granthas, works on medicine, works on Ayurveda, works on Vastu, etc. All works on grammar, all are originally in Sanskrit. So some great scholars, because olden days, I'm not going to discuss everything because known facts are there. Because some years back, before the foreigners' invasion, etc., at least in assemblies, that means scholarly circles, Sanskrit was spoken language. In the Sanskrit was official language. Assemblies, they used Sanskrit language. That means before this Telugu, as I told you, long ago. Long ago means before the Parsis, the Mughals, etc., their invasion. So long ago, it was there. Because we see this culture, the writings, up to actually 16th century, that is till the reign of Aurangzeb. Because Aurangzeb court also, there is a great scholar, of course, who migrated from this Telugu state to Banaras, and that is UP. So he was given highest post as Pandita Raja, the head of the scholars in the court of Aurangzeb. So this way, what it indicates means, up to 16th century, Sanskrit was there. It was used particularly in judicial matters or anything. They used to refer to, as now we are um, uh, referring to different judicial systems pertaining to different isms. Now I don't say all that. So their law, according to their law, the rules are there. There because traditions, customs, of course, they are always provincial. Whatever the tradition is followed in particular, now these tribals, etc. Also we say their culture is different. So the culture differs, attire, that even hairstyle, everything differs from place to place, town to town, state to state. So naturally, nothing wrong if they follow their provincial, that means their local tradition, their local attire. There's nothing wrong. That is the reason. Even those days also, judicial system, when there is any Indian matter comes, Bharatiya matter, then they used to refer to Indian these works on Dharma Shastras and a code of conduct. Dharma Shastra is nothing but code of conduct, how there should be. So, like that, we understand now that Sanskrit was really used in the offices, and if anybody, foreign ruler, won't understand, then automatically there were Dubasis, the translators, the interpreters. Now machine translation has come, that is a different, but those days we are talking. So that way it went on very well. That is the reason many works were composed in Sanskrit. And later on, when people realized the Sanskrit slowly disappearing from the scholarly assemblies, and as an official language also it is not taken, then scholars who have studied Sanskrit started translating them into local languages. Like this, you find the translations of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Kashmir to Kanyakumari throughout India. If you really visit a library, for example, uh, Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute in Pune, you will really see first Tamil, this Ramayana, first Kannada Ramayana manuscripts. So this way, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Ayurveda books, all so many works are translated into local languages. And in this way, in this actually, this activity, North has got very great, I mean, credit actually, takes credit because it has contributed. Hindi is spoken even today, larger section of people, they speak Hindi. Therefore, there are many translations of all Sanskrit works available in Hindi literature. If we are able to read Hindi, really we are lucky, we can go through all Ramayana, Mahabharata. Now you look at the contribution of Gorakhpur Press, how they got translated, and even judicial system books also beautifully. Manusmriti, Yagyavalkya Smriti, Arthashastra, what not, all are translated into beautiful English again by Maharashtra scholars and also UP scholars everywhere. Similarly, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, everywhere great works are translated into local languages. Okay, this is a little bit of Parichaya introduction about Sahitinandanam, where really unknown to us, unidentified by common man, species of trees, flowers, creepers, etc. are there. Okay, they are available. Really, there are hundreds of medicinal plants which cure. Similarly, there are hundreds, thousands of beautiful poems, beautiful sayings which cure the psychological problems. As you know, Bhartara Subhashitas, Vemana Shatakam, Sumati Shatakam, what they are? All they are good sayings, noble words of great experienced people. Such are there Kabir Dohe and Surdas, Kavita, etc., etc. And Ramacharita what not. There are so many to name, okay? Because I too don't know about so many works. So, this way now, our present context is in our Telugu state, a actually a person, a great scholar, we can say contemporary to us, who lived in this 20th, 21st century, has done wonderful service, yeoman service, they say, to the field of literature. To the field of literature, particularly to the Indians. That is who is he means he is a great scholar, a scholar of international repute, that is Maha Mahopadhyaya. He has so many awards Padma Shri, Vachaspati, whatnot, so many are there. He is really adorned with so many these awards, Puraskaras. He is Maha Mahopachaya Pullela Sriramachandrudu Garu, who originally hails from Konaseema, coastal Andhra. But he is the standing example for the composite state of Andhra Pradesh. He worked in Andhra, that is the coastal area. He studied in coastal area and also in Chennai. And then that means you see his versatile knowledge. Then he worked in a coastal area and came to our Naijam, that is Warangal. He came. From there he came to Usmania University, where he rendered his service and he has contributed his service more than 3 decades in our this area. And not only simply he came here, but he has spread all his writing, that total writing network throughout. It is for more than 60 years he has written, because after his retirement also he settled here, and thus actually he has rendered his service, the literary service. It is more than Shashti Purti in this Telugu, in particularly our Telangana area. And that is, the sphere of his activity is, he started means actually he knows, he has studied all the great works. Kavyas he studied, epics he has studied, philosophical works he studied, logical tarka works he studied, grammar. He is a profound scholar of grammar, profound scholar of Vedanta, profound scholar of Alankara, whatnot. So with all the knowledge filled in him, he was really overloaded with the knowledge. Therefore, I think he could get some relief by releasing that burden in the form of books. Thus, he has written almost about 200 books, small and big ones. Some are in a minimum 200 pages. Some are 1,000. That is, Ramayana is again different. Other works, independent works, 1,000 pages. So, like this, his contribution is vast, like, an ocean, Hindu Samudra, Hindu Maha Samudra. So, actually, I have started introducing his personality. A monograph is written by me in Telugu that has entered Telugu market. English I have not written, but English there is a illustration volume has already come. Sri Ramachandra Pratibha. It is available or not, that is a different issue. You have to, any persons are interested, they can try for that. But now, actually, I have really given 18 lectures. We have arranged 18 lectures in this series. 18 are already uploaded on YouTube, but they are in Telugu. And after uploading 18 episodes in Telugu, it is felt that why should we make non-Telugu people deprived of this information? Because Professor Sriramachandrudu Garu is our direct professor to me, who taught me so many things. That is the reason I go to him. Guru Runa is always there. So at least if I take a few, few drops of a big jar from his poetry, from his works, if I share with you people, I think that is more than enough in my life. I feel myself very fruitful, that is dhanyasmi, I can say. So for that purpose, immediately I thought, I start in English also, just introducing him and also his works. See, his works, majority Alankara works, etc., are in Telugu, because he has decided to translate for the Telugu people. He mentioned also it. Because he himself stated that there are, as I mentioned earlier, there are beautiful translations done by other scholars in Hindi, etc. All over India, Hindi, English, they are available. But for Telugu people, there are no such translations, good translations. Therefore, he has taken up translating. Translating means not only simple translation, but with the explanatory notes also. It is called Vyakhyana. And he has given title to his Vyakhyana. All the works have the same name, Bala Nandini. Bala has got two meanings in Sanskrit. Bala is a beginner. Bala is actually who doesn't know. That is. So here Bala Nandini means those who are not acquainted with these different branches of knowledge. For them, Balanam Sukha Bodhaya. So Bala Anandini also. That means it is Bala. We can say that it is easy. Bala, that means it is tender, it is delicate. So he has chosen the language which is very much accessible to a common man. A person who knows Telugu, at least fourth, fifth standard, he can understand all his writings except Shankara Bhashya, that is philosophy works, because philosophy works need a little bit background of a primary text. Similarly, grammar also, except that whatever dramas he has written, whatever Ramayana is now, it has gone to many editions, and now also it is not available 1 lakh pages. He has written Ramayana, 10 volumes, and all are sold out. It is almost like 30 years back it is done. All are sold out, and all are very popular. And with his Ramayana, every Intinti Ramayanam, they say, every householder is able to talk on Ramayana and knows. And here again, earlier in the beginning, I mentioned organic, no corruptions. All his works are organic, what we say. No corruption, no hybrid. He sorts out everything. He presents to you a pure one, fresh from the farm, fresh from Valmiki, fresh from Vyasa, fresh from Kalidasa. So like this, you'll get all fresh flowers, not in polythene covers, but the leaves only. So, just they are packed in lotus leaves or any leaves, wonderful leaves. So the fragrance will not go away. So like that, sir, I mentioned at times sir also, that is also applicable to him only, Ramchandra Garu. He has translated and provided the explanatory notes and also references and also English terms wherever it is needed. For example, like a technical work, Arthashastra. So he has done all that because he is acquainted, his knowledge is, he is MA, he is Vidwan in Telugu, of course. He is MA Hindi, MA English, MA PhD Sanskrit. So he is proficient in all the languages. And he is a scholar of Vedanta, Vyakarana, Alankara Shastra, Mimamsa, Vastu, etc., etc. So that means there is Banochestam Jagat Sarvam, they say. It is not exaggeration to say that really he touched all the varieties of literature and also, that means Vedanta, everything. That is the reason the works have come 200. And he has also composed, that is original creative works in drama form. Dramas he composed, short stories he composed, wise sayings he composed, stotra kavyas he composed, and short poems he composed. Like this, he has done all the varieties, all the prakriyas we say, all the varieties of literature he has touched, he provided to us. Now it is our cup of tea to take. So here, actually, those who know Telugu, For them also, some people, because Telugu, they don't see. That is the reason I have taken this media. So, at least after listening to these words, they may go and they may try to buy those books and they read them. At least if they are there, uploaded or something, they will take. That is one point. And another thing is, he has composed some beautiful works on rasa theory and also Vedic, what we say, Vedic sayings about egalitarian ideas. That means the unity, universal fraternity, we say brotherhood, etc. So he has written books on that also. And uh, the Sanskrit also he has written. That is the reason. And he has written particularly some poems with English translation. One Smriti are also with English translation. So those who can read Hindi script. So for example, a beautiful work that is the Dhammapada, Buddhist text, that is actually provided with the Samskrita Chaya. It is originally written by Buddhist people, that is in Pali language. Sir has already gave Sanskrita Chaya, it means Sanskrit translation. They say Chaya. Sanskrit translation to that Dhammapada. And then again it is printed with the English translation also, which are almost such a beautiful books are with the Central Sahitya Academy also and Tirupati Vidyapith. And if you go to the Google and just, tap for Acharya Sriramachandrudu, you will get entire introduction about Sir and also his works, etc. etc. This talks, actually, if you go to that, these episodes, these lectures, you don't need at all. Many people are acquainted with that. So that way, there is, very vast field covered by Sir. That is the reason I have given the title Sahitinandanam, because he has planted Ramayana tree, Mahabharata tree, Mahabharata Sara Sangraha he has written about 1,000 pages. See, Mahabharata itself, nobody so far, hardly how many people have read it, I do not know. At least myself, I have not gone through only Vihanga Vikshanam, birds view, but not gone thoroughly throughout Mahabharata. Ramayana, it is okay, we can complete. But Mahabharata, it's 18 parvas. And 18 parvas he has gone through many times. I am the eyewitness because once I have I borrowed a book from him everywhere, that is particularly Bhishma, Drona, Parva, etc., to write an article on Vyuhas. So there I could see his pencil marks, this question mark, or etc., etc. So that means he has gone through the Mahabharata completely. And as an example to that is he has written Mahabharata Sara Sangraha. The gist, more than some 1,000, 2,000 shlokas also he has taken from that. That too, at the age of 87, 88, he has composed 1,000 pages. Mahabharata Sara Sangraha. I think nobody can do the translation also. Hopefully, if they are really, anybody translates Mahabharata Sara Sangraha into English as it is, that will be a great contribution. I don't have that much of confidence and also I think patience, because to write that to 87 years age, he has handwritten. He has written, has gone through the proofs, and also he got it printed without a single flaw in that book. And then he has translated Shankara Bhashya also into Telugu. Now my main purpose of taking this, a small project like thing is, actually Telugu people, I don't know, Hindi people, I don't know, all the people, they read Vedanta is taken as Vedanta. I am not at all really worried about Vedanta, because Vedanta has become very popular probably because of Radhakrishnan sir or Shankaracharya Pithas or other Pithas, because every Pitha has got Vedic school and Shankara Bhashya in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, also in Karnataka, everywhere. The subject is taught. In all the universities, Shankara philosophy, also Ramanuja's philosophy, philosophy is taught. So regarding philosophy, there are many translations also, and philosophy is philosophy. There is no underlying anything. Because as we know, philosophy means it is for mental balance. It also really applies to, yeah, that means it helps us to um, develop our mental stability, mental ability, etc. That is known. My worry is, Sir has translated maximum number of Alankara Shastras into Telugu. Of course, he has written one complete work on Alankara, Alankara Shastra Charitra. This is done by P.V. Kani, Mahamahopachaya P.V. Kani in English, and also S.K. Day, by him also in English. So, Alankara works are available with English translation, Hindi translation, and Alankara Charitras also available in English, Hindi also. Many scholars are there and beautiful teaching is there. All Vidyapithas, particularly if we go to Tirupati Vidyapitha or Delhi, that Shastri, Lal Bahadur Shastri Samsthan, etc. There are many Sanskrit Vidyapithas where really there is a separate branch of Alankara Vibhaga, like Alankara Shastra Vibhaga, and they are teaching Alankara Shastras more perfectly, excellently they are teaching. So actually that means in each language, if it is in Tamil Nadu, Tamil there, Tamilians know. If it is in Karnataka, Kannadigas know. And Kerala, of course, we need not bother about Kerala. People had been there. Kerala Alankara Shastra department is a vast one. Many scholars are very great scholars, very proficient, well acquainted with the Alankara Shastra. So we need not really bother about them. They are very great scholars, and hats off to them. There are really diamonds in that field of Vedanta and also Alankara and also Gra. They are very scholarly people. So, and then Telugu. I am now, because I am bothered about being a Telugu person, I am bothered about our own people. Here, Alankara Shastra is taught very little. Vedanta, particularly Shankara Vedanta, and also Prachina Alankara Sahitya, very little. Even in the departments of Telugu, Hindi, I do not know. Without knowing, we should not comment. I am talking about Telugu people. Telugu departments also, as we are seeing now, day by day, the language is made easy. I can't say that it is a deteriorating or something, because damaging comments I don't want pass. But the thing is, day by day, it is made easy, Janpada, etc. Okay. It's another matter. So that way, standard Alankara works. Actually, once upon a time, Prataparudra, that is, Prataparudra Bhupati, Varangal. Actually, Vidyanath is a scholar in his court. He has written beautiful Alankara work. That Alankara, greatness of that Alankara work is, it itself is, it gives definition and also example. It takes all the examples from the history of Prataparudra. That is the reason it is Prataparudriyam, and it is also fortunately translated into Telugu as Prataparudra Yesho Bhushanam. So actually here also, most of the people, because it is in Sanskrit, see, the credit goes to Vidyanatha. So it is taught as the beginning primary text in all the Alankara departments. That way, Vidyanatha brought laurels to the Telugu Desha, as I told you in the beginning, Telugu Desha. He also Varangal, Orgallu. So then that Alankara Shastra. Hardly that was taught, I think, in a Telugu department, etc. A few only were taught. But whatever, and Telugu people, they have written very, very beautiful works, poems, long poems, short poems, etc. And there have been very great scholars, contemporaries to our own Sriramachandrudu garu, in our own Osmania University, Andhra University, Venkateshwara University, this in what we say in Telugu state universities. So Nagarjuna University, Rajamahendra, and everywhere. But the thing is, Alankara Shastra is not given much importance except in Vidyapits. It has to be given a primary place because the Alankara Shastra means which beautifies the speech. I'm talking speech. The words, I have to say, Alankara Shastra provides you ornaments to decorate the words written by you, spoken by you. So that means actually, whenever you want to send a message to a person, you need proper words. The letter writing, everyone won't get full marks. Even an article, they won't get. When people really give political speeches or, convocation speeches or chief guest speeches, as you know, every orator cannot attract the audience. There are only few people coming to the teaching profession, professors also, however good the subject may be, but they, the professor should be proficient in communicating essence to the students, to the media. Then only they will listen. Actually, many, for example, I give Dr. Srinaran Reddy, Professor Srinaran Reddy Garu, his classes, nobody ever never they missed his class. Because his talking, his teaching was so impressive. Many tried to imitate him, but of course not possible. Imitation is imitation. The original, as I told you, organic is a different issue. So that way, this Alankara works have got many, many analytical statements, a great analysis regarding the words. Words means words, how they should be fully endowed, equipped with meanings, like Kalidasa says, Vagartha Vasampruptav. Vag and Artha are not separable, inseparable, like Ardhanarishwara Tattva. So there is no meaning without word. There can't be a word without any idea, meaning in it. So this is Sahita Bhava, that is Sahitya. That is the reason when really we want to write, we want to say, the richness should be there, word and meaning, both should be rich. When we see that ground nuts, if it is full of healthy seeds, then only it is stout, perfect. You take apple, you take like a pomegranate, anything. If it is filled with the seeds and everything, the seeds that is, otherwise we say there is no essence at all. So if it is full of all the things, so then you feel, yeah, it's a purna phala. Take even coconut, raw coconut or dried coconut. So like this, it is. That is the reason actually the styles also are mentioned in the literature. The literary style only they say. One will be like a kadali paka, banana. How it will be? It is very easy to swallow, but you have to take that out. And then Drakshapaka, grapes. How beautiful grapes, whatever the color may be. So grapes, you can simply chew and immediately you get the taste, juice into it. Okay. Then they say narikela. Narikela is coconut, but it's so healthy, but it needs our some interpreter. So like this, the word and the meaning, they should be, they say, pleasant to the ears, and also they should enter into the brain immediately. That is Sravyam. Sravya means actually that which makes you listen. It is pleasing to the ears is Sravya. That is the reason Ganam Sravya. So whether it is a prose or verse, prose also, if you read nicely with proper punctuation, proper presentation, proper way, low pitch, high pitch, etc., according to the rasa, according to the sentiment in it, then automatically that is very melodious to listen, even if it is prose. And what to talk of poetry, a poem, shloka, or gana, each has got a tune in that. So that is the reason Alankara Shastra is more important. So our Professor Ramachandrudu Garu has taken up the translation of all Alankara works. Another special thing to mention here is major number of Alankara works have come from Kashmir. As you know, Kashmir is, it is actually heaven. If we say the Sahitinandanam, probably Kashmir gardens, if you take, that is the example to that. We need not go to Indra's Nandanavana. Kashmir, every garden is Indra's Nandanavana because it is called Himalayas are known as abodes of God. Dishi Devatatma, the gods wander there. Gods take a trip there. So that is the reason many Alankarikas, many scholars from Kashmir have composed the rules, that means the rules regarding poetry, that is Alankara works. So Bharata is the first person. Then many followed Bharata's rule. And Bharata, without Bharata, there is no Natya, there is no Bharatanatyam. All Indian classical forms are really originated from Bharata's Natya Shastra. And Rasa, Bhava, etc. That is actually Bharata started it. And Professor Ramachandrudu Garu has translated Bharata's Natya Shastra, entire 36 chapters, but it is also available in English. As I told you, for the sake of Telugu people, 36 chapters he has provided translation, and also Karanas, Mudras, he has taken the help of dancers, classical dancers, and also he put all the photos, 108 Karanas photos at the back side, at the end of the text. That is his contribution. It is also 1,000 pages. It is also after 85 years of age. He has written at the request of somebody. Somebody said, "Sir, except you, nobody can do justice to this work. Please do it." Actually, he was hesitant whether I can write it or not. But once he takes up, he fixes some muhurta, it starts. He could complete it beautifully. It is available in like Telugu. But there is no Abhinava Bharati translation. And it is already available with English, again, as I told, by Professor N.P. Unni from Kerala. It is available. And Hindi, it is available. So, Nat Shastra is available. But actually, he has touched it. What is the importance of that touch? And then Bhamaha, etc. All are available, as I told you, with Hindi and English. But again, Sir has composed in Telugu. Because of that, we people are benefited. Now I have decided to tell. See, I'm not insisting you people to read Telugu works only, but I would like to give the essence and significance and importance of the Alankara words. which are translated by Sir. Why he has chosen them, why he has translated particularly these, and what are the salient features, and what are the striking points and merits of his commentary, what they tell. So this is, a sample. This is only sample study. With this, automatically tomorrow, to whichever language you belong, you can really try for the book and you can read whatever points I really tell here, share with you. You can really go to the work if at all you are interested, because each work tells about communicative skills. Communicative skills either in the form of writing or in the form of speaking or in the form of enacting. Because rasa, bhava, abhinaya, etc. Now see, all of us are seeing so many dances. Still our thirst is not pacified because there is no rasa bhava sammelana, samyak melana, proper mixture of conjoint should be there. It's not there, proper union of rasa bhava. That is the reason our thirst is not pacified. Therefore, I have planned to explain how the Alankara works, guide to the communicative skills in Sanskrit literature. That means Sanskrit literature, how does it suggest communicative skills in the society, that too to the different classes, different categories, all the varieties are really found in Sanskrit literature as well as their translations in local languages. So, with this, I'm happy to share some of my views and I take leave here. Thank you.